AT clusters, regional and multi-regional clusters and meta-clusters in the Atlantic area, is a European project for territorial cooperation financed by the Atlantic Area Operational Programme to explore the possibilities for transnational cooperation between clusters in the Atlantic area and to create links between them. The project, led by the Galician Institute for Economic Development, has 5 other regional development agencies as partners in Cantabria, Asturias, Ireland, France and Portugal. The total budget for the project is €1,161,042. AT Clusters has developed a series of conferences, events and high-level meetings throughout Atlantic Europe and has involved over 50 European clusters. Thanks to the dynamics in the creation of clusters in all the member regions, the number of clusters collaborating in AT Clusters has grown throughout the project's lifespan. AT Clusters started out with a kick-off meeting held in Santiago de Compostela in March 2009, where a process was launched to analyse the clusters and clusters policy in the 6 participating regions, with periodic coordination meetings in Spain, Portugal, Ireland and France. This phase culminated in the Clusters Policy and Innovation Networks in Europe conference, also held in Santiago de Compostela, where the conclusions of the benchmarking study were presented. This event focused on the heterogeneity of the existing models in the different regions, as well as the need to tackle the reality of clusters from a quadruple perspective: international, European community, national and regional. In line with this conference, over 20 one-to-one meetings took place between the participating clusters, which laid the foundations for future lines of collaboration. Furthermore, a series of European collaboration networks was presented, such as the ERIN Network, the European Cluster Observatory, EcoPlus and ClueNet. Although cooperation was, from the outset, the project's leitmotif, it was at the transnational conference that direct meetings between clusters first took place. As a result, the coordination meetings between the project members which followed incorporated delegations of clusters from each region. The host region organised the contacts book for the visiting clusters and coordinated presentations of specific relevance for the entire group of clusters. For example, at the meeting held in Santander in July 2009, Gira was presented. At Guimarães in June 2010, 2 Portuguese clusters were also presented: Addict and Portugal Foods. In Kinsale in Ireland in October 2010, it was the opportunity to discover future brands, and the agri-food sector also played a key role in the meeting held in Gijón, February 2011, with the presentation of various lines of cooperation between Asturian clusters such as Asincar and Reservastur, along with representatives from Cruzaga, Cluster West and Portugal Foods. The work launched in Vigo in May at a Hispanic-Portuguese meeting of the media sector between Addict and Galician clusters for ICT, audio-visuals, graphic and textile production was continued at a work group held in Rennes in July, which was also attended by other Asturian, Portuguese and Breton clusters such as Image Réseau, RFID and Contine Numérique. From an individual point of view, each of the companies has developed its own internal strategy to offer support to clusters which, to a greater or lesser extent, has had an impact on the development of its regional clusters policy. The support tools used in connection with the project have ranged from specialised training to personalised matching exercises and on-demand solutions from the clusters themselves. For 2.5 years, analysis has been carried out of the real possibilities for collaboration between the different clusters and regions, taking positive steps, especially in the second phase, towards its materialisation. AT Cluster is coming to a close, but all the support and work to assist the clusters still continues. The culmination of the project has launched a new stage in positive relations and synergies between clusters and the entire ecosystem of European organisations, institutions and regions. In fact, the strength and success of the partnership has already given positive results in the form of the approval of a new European project, ATC for Excellence. This will result in multiple members of the AT clusters continuing to work together, this time with the objective of achieving excellence in the management of clusters.